with you from the very beginning to the latest, what's happening now?
Oh, well, that's a long ass story. That's a real long story. I started off doing music and dancing my whole life, and then I started doing viral. Well, I didn't start doing viral videos. I did some videos and they went viral, and then twerkout videos, and it kind of just popped off, and it basically got a platform for me to start doing music again and all the things that I really love to do.
Facts, facts. Yeah, I seen the twerk videos. You got like a twerking video that got close to 100 million views or over 100 million views. How did
Yeah.
that pop off? Were you like one of the first twerkers on YouTube? Like Soulja Boy is the first rapper, Lexy could be the first twerker. You feel me?
I mean, I would definitely say that I'm one of the first ones that went viral. There's twerking's been around, but I kind of took twerking and I was like, oh, I want to make like a workout with it, something fun that I can make money. I was hustling, so I was like, how can I make money off this? And so I came up with this idea, and it just, someone shared it on Facebook and it just fucking blew up, and people really liked it because no one was doing it. And I took it and I kind of made it into like this fitness journey, which got me touring in France and like millions and millions of followers. And it's just, I blew it up into something, something great.
Facts, that's dope. Let's talk about your twerking class because you actually had like a brick and mortar like twerking class that you would put on. So how did that start?
Do you need something?
No.
Oh. Basically, I mean, yeah, I just had this idea of the twerkout, of twerking not just being something where you're just shaking ass everywhere or music videos, but it's actually something that we like to do and it's fun. And it's something that girls all want to learn how to do, know how to do, or wish that they knew how to do. So it's just, it's a fun experience for us to learn our bodies as women, and it's a good workout. I mean, you're burning 1,000 calories a class or something. It's just it's a new age thing, and a phenomenon. And I just helped it be commercial. Like I wanted it to just be for everybody. And so finally now we're at an age where look at everyone's working all over the place.
Facts.
And I'm glad to say that I was a part of that journey. You're welcome, men all around the world.
Facts. Now let's talk about how you transitioned that into music. Were the same fans that was peeping your twerk videos and even come to some of your classes, were those some of the same fans that were, tapped into your music? How did that transition happen? And what was like the feedback from that?
Well, it's still a transition. It's really hard when you're coming up from something and then you're stuck in this box of like, you're only allowed to do this thing. So of course it's been hard to transition, but there's definitely the fan base there that I've curated already that do like the music that I'm doing. And my goal is to get more people and find more people involved, and not just people that know me. I want to reach out to people that don't know me. So here we are doing the Leo Black Show, reaching out to many audiences around the world.
Facts, we're going viral. Yo, so let's talk about, because obviously like you're the center of attention when you're in your twerking class and you put this on for thousands of people. How's your stage presence as far as performing? Should the fans expect the same thing when you're on stage? Is there going to be a lot of twerking going on because you're going on tour with Trina soon, right?
Yeah, me and Trina are going to do some performances in October, a little tour situation. I think my stage presence is very great. I think it's definitely expected. People see me, they don't know that I necessarily do music if you know me already from like twerking, and they're kind of shocked when they see me in the studio. They're like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, do I feel offended or do I like take that as a compliment? Like I've been doing this my whole life. Like, thank you.
Right.
It feels good though to get that musical recognition, you know what I mean? And on stage, I mean, that's what I've been doing my whole life. I've been practicing, I've been performing. I'm ready for the world to open up because yeah, we twerk on stage. Yeah, I get down, I have dancers. It's a part of everything. I'm not faking it, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
It's a part of the journey and a part of the performance on stage. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. Especially the Summer Unlocked show coming up. It's my biggest show I've ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
We got DaBaby, Rick Ross, Ray Shermerd, Jack Harlow, your girl Lexy motherfucking Panterra, aka Virgin Lex, is gonna be there tearing that shit apart. And I'm excited to be just next to these people because I worked really hard, and I'm excited that I get this opportunity finally, you know.
Hell yeah, you lit. Hey, so basically you mentioned your alias, you got Lexy Panterra and then you got Virgin Lex.
Mhm.
How do you distinguish the two?
Lexy Panterra is more of like your R&B, like girly side, you know, my vulnerable side. And then Virgin Lex is like, I don't give a fuck, like I'm that bad bitch, you can't have me type of vibe. And so I think Virgin Lex is more like a rapper, and I like to talk like shit in my records and stuff like that and get more of a story out. And R&B, the Lexy Panterra is more, like I said, the vulnerable, like singing and that type of stage presence. So you get
Okay,
to see both, I guess.
back. So Virgin Lex is like the alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
That's lit. That's lit.
So
All right.
comfy. She comes next.
That's lit. And I want to talk about your visuals too, because you got some dope music videos. You just dropped a music video like a week ago. How do you curate your music videos?
Ooh, how do I curate them? We got the records. I got a team normally on lock, like my video team. I built a really strong team around me and support system because I'm an independent artist. So I got to make sure I have these things on deck. So I usually just call my team up. I'm texting a million text message threads. The whole squad's in there. I'm like, I want this video. This is what we're doing, blah, blah. And if I don't have an idea, I just send it to my dude Monson. I'm like, yo, come up with something because he's always super creative. I'm like, do you have any ideas for this? And we just go back and forth. And then we all get it done, and we usually shoot in a day. Music videos, editing takes forever. I'm on their asses. I'm like, where's my video, bitch? Or sometimes I'm even like, yo, send me the footage. I want to help edit and edit it. And I got a couple coming out. I'm excited. They're coming really soon. One's in Miami with Trina, and one is in Los Angeles with me and a couple hot chicks. And the exclusive is gonna go down on OF, not gonna lie. OnlyFans is definitely getting it first. And we'll see if anything happens after that.
Lit, lit. You mentioned that you're independent. That's hard to believe because you got like this massive fan base. I know the labels are knocking on the doors right now. So what is your situation as far as like distribution and publishing?
I'm actually an independent. No, I don't really have anyone that I'm like in bed with.
Yeah.
Even agency wise, I'm a free, like I don't have an agent. I kind of just work with people in relationships and I use that, you know what I mean, around me. Labels, I definitely halfway want a situation and halfway don't want a situation. I'm going to come in fully prepared. So I'm excited to talk to labels. Absolutely excited. Because I feel like, you know, when you're an artist, you get to a point where it's like, you need like a global push, you know, and you need sometimes that really big backing, and that's just what it is.
Facts.
But I've been pushing independent artists for a long time. We have our own rights. We have our own, we can do what we want. We're not stuck. A lot of labels just wait until, you know, their artists start popping off, and then they're like, oh, like we'll do this for you, you know? So when the time is right, like I'll get with a label and I'll have it my way at least.
Yeah, you haven't. You haven't for sure. Like not
Yeah.
only do you do music, you do acting too. Like you started movies with like Carucci, Never Heard. You started movies with Ludacris, Last
Mhm.
Ride, all types of Medea movies. So how did your acting career start? Let's talk about that.
Dang, I just kind of been acting since I was little, you know, growing up halfway in Los Angeles. I would go now and then on some auditions. But my uncle started getting into movies as I was getting older. He was doing race cars and stuff and like Subarus all around the world. And suddenly it transferred into like movies. But my family's always been into like, they've always wanted to act and do stunt work. So it's just been around on that side of the family. Um, and so my uncle started putting me in some movies of his. And then Tyler Perry called me one day because I started, you know, I was more popular, and he found me and put me in his. And I haven't been focusing really recently on it. I've just been really focused on the music, but I definitely want to tap in, I think, and try to create my own movie, to be honest, and showcase the things that I'm talented in and what I can do. So I'm kind of gonna start working on that when I have some free time.
Facts, fact. Who's your favorite actor to work on set with?
To who was my favorite actor? I don't know. I would say my uncle. I love him. He's great. He plays a lot of characters. He actually has a movie out. It's called American Wrestler. You guys, anyone listening, you guys should check it out. It's lit.
What's his name?
It's my uncle. His name is Ali Afshar, and
Okay.
he works with Easy Street Motorsports and ESX Production. You guys go check out the films. I'm in a couple of them. You might spot me in there. Don't tag me in no ugly shit.
Facts, you lit. Well, you basically got your own network now. I mean, you breaking exclusives on OnlyFans. You getting paid for that. How's that going?
I mean, that's funding my whole damn career. It's the fans, it's the guys, it's the girls that love it, that are helping me. I love this platform. I put everything. I was literally getting ready doing my makeup and talking to my fans on OF, just chilling, in the bathroom. So I'm really personal with them on that app, and it's worth it because you're making money off of it. So it's great. It helps me do what I really love to do, which is the singing and, making these videos and traveling and all these, things, performing, dancers, backup dancers, but that's expensive.
Facts, facts. Yeah, I heard
It's
about that. The
expensive.
OnlyFans bag. What Bad Baby did like 1 million in a week or something like that. 1 million in a day, just like by starting the
Yeah,
OnlyFans
yeah. I
shit.
mean, if you're like a big influencer and you open up your account like on a day, like at like one day, and it's like $30 or whatever, yeah, you're gonna bring in like a real quick bag. But the goal is to keep it consistent and like what else, what are you gonna do on the platform? And I have an agency now called Real Influence, and basically, I started helping other girls help them monetize and know what to do on the platform and help them with their content, stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm a busy girl out here helping these women though, because like the first people who do things usually don't get the most credit, right? But like
Facts.
that's usually me. Like for instance, I don't know, first music video on OnlyFans. Like I dropped the first music video on OF. That shit went crazy, by the way. I dropped my song Patron on there. That shit was lit. But it's kind of OF, so it kind of gets like, like in the shadows a little bit. People are like, ooh, we don't want to talk about it as much. But if that shit counted on like Spotify or Billboard, like my shit would have been like up there.
Facts. That's
That's
dope. Yeah,
crazy. Mhm.
you've already tried on Billboard a couple of times. How was that? What was that like charting on Billboard?
You know what? It's fun, it's cool, but like it's kind of just like any other business. I've realized it's like you work so hard to do these things that like when they come about, I'm blessed to have them, but like I'm like, bitch, I work hard to be here. Like this wasn't an accident. Like I knew my shit was gonna go up there because I did what I needed to do.
Facts.
So it's kind of like a normal, it honestly sometimes does feel normal, which is kind of sounds very weird, but these are dreams coming true. They really are dreams coming true. I'm very blessed to be in that spot.
Lit, lit. Yo, and I
Mhm.
checked you out. You was just at Dame Dash Studio not too long ago. You had a live performance there. How did that come about? What was it like
That
hanging
shit
out with
was
Dame
that
Dash?
shit was lit. I met Dame like years ago at like when I was like filming Tyler Perry. We were doing something and he was there with his girl or maybe his assistant at the time. And I just became friends with them because they were super cool. And now Dame is my client. So I'm helping Dame launch his OnlyFans platform and, find some cool content to put on there that people, fans want to see. And so me and him is just working close, friends and business. He has a great space over there that I get to use anytime I want. I can go rehearse and perform, and there's a live band, there's a back, there's a stage. Like it's dope. So we built our whole cool little team.
Facts, facts. Yo, so let's backtrack a little bit. So you said as far as OnlyFans, you got like your own agency, like your business that you help out clients with. Like
Mhm.
that's just dope. That's hella
Yeah,
dope.
so it's from Dame Dash to like, Instagram models to anybody with a brand that wants to sell something. Like it's just basically a website. So like I help them like what maybe pictures you should or shouldn't post, what type of lighting you should or shouldn't do, what the fans do like, don't like, the statistics, the analytics of it. Like, I mean, just top to bottom, like I'm bringing in these clients and we're helping them push their brand and make money and actually monetize it. Yeah.
Yeah. So who's your favorite OnlyFans to
It's
tap
lit. You trying
into?
to go on OF or what? What you trying to do on there? Let's talk about
Thanks.
it.